Welcome to Reloved Again, and I am going to give you the lowdown on the Bobby Dior bag. So if you are thinking of buying a new crossbody bag and your eye has come to the Bobby bag, let me help you decide. So let's start with the exterior of the bag. So the bag comes in 3 different sizes: small, medium and large. This is the larger size. Now I'm going to give you a little umbrella so you can see. So it is the perfect size for every single day. The bag also comes in different finishes. So this one is in the grained leather. So this one has that lovely texture that's going to get better with age. Now the specialty about the Bobby is the opening. So this bag has that magnetic opening. Can you hear that? It clips open and clips close, which means if someone tries to open the bag from this side, they can't actually open it. You have to actually clip it from the front. So that gives it a real sense of security. The other thing that I want to draw your attention to with this bag, which really makes it special for every day, is the side pocket. It's a very deep side pocket. So it's not one of those side pockets that is short, which means you can't actually get anything inside. It's deep enough that if you put your phone inside, it's hidden. Really important if you're using it in the city. And every single time you use it, you have that little flash of Christian Dior. This bag is also beautifully finished with a suede interior. So one of the things that a lot of people mention on this bag, and I think it's a real issue with the small and medium bags, is the opening. So you can see that they've graduated the opening on this bag. So in some ways on the smaller or medium bags, that can be a problem. But you can see on the larger size bag, it's actually like it makes no difference because there's loads of space inside. It has a side slip pocket, which means again, you can keep your wallet separate. And as I said to you, it snaps closed to keep it secure. One of the other things which is really interesting on this bag is you can completely remove the strap. So you can play around with different straps. Actually, I don't have the strap here, but we do have different straps. You can take the whole strap off and replace it with a fun color strap. Now let's draw attention to the shape. The shape is a really soft, round, classic shape. It kind of reminds me of Love Story. It has a real vintage feel to it. It has a real round edges, which hugs your body. So you can see here, it's almost concave to your body, so it fits beautifully on your hip. And also no sharp edges, so it doesn't catch on anything. A lot of the time with these bags, if there's things hanging out, they catch and they pull. There's nothing to catch or pull, so a really great size for every day. The other thing I wanted to draw your attention to with these bags is the minimal logo design. So a lot of people have an issue with Dior because they often have the Dior logo over. It's just a very minimal CD Dior symbol, but you know, nothing too flashy or too obvious. So again, that gives you that elevated feeling without too much logos. Now think about the pricing on these bags. So this is a super brand. Dior is a super brand. You're talking about a bag that would be around the £3,200 new. And again, on the resale market, you're looking around the 2.2k mark for a bag like this, and you will be getting full set. So when we call about full set, when you're buying pre-loved bags, you're always going to be looking for something that's in as new condition with the box, the invoice and the dust bag. And this one comes with all of those. Now, in the next segment, I'm going to compare it to another bag so you can kind of see if you're trying to choose between this bag and another crossbody, which way to go. To decide about buying a new crossbody bag, it's really good to have your options. So you've got the Bobby bag in the large size, and then we have here the Evelyn in the large size. So these are 2 very different considerations. So let me try and help you if you're trying to decide between 2 different styles. So for me, this has a more vintage feel. As I said, it has more vintage feel to it. It's going to be much, let's feel the weight, similar in weight, but this one will tuck nicely into your body. Now, the big advantage over obviously the Evelyn is you can just reach your hand into the bag. That's why people love it, because when you're out and about, you don't have to, you don't have to open a bag, you can reach your hand in. So again, it depends how often you open your bag, guys. That is a really big question you have to ask yourself. Now, this one is handy because it has a side pocket for your phone, but if you're someone who's constantly in and out, you're taking things out of your bag, obviously something like this is more useful. Also, it's about how what feeling you want to give with the bag. So for me, this has a very modern feel to it, very youthful, whereas this one has a slightly more mature, a more classic feel to it. So all of these are going to give you different feels when you put the bag on. So hopefully that will help when you're trying to decide on your next crossbody bag. Make sure you subscribe. So if you love bags, we get all of the bags into the townhouse, and it gives us a little bit of time to compare bags, but also to give you the inside scoop before you buy. So thank you again for watching, and make sure you subscribe.